said dominate, and we not doing it. I put my heart in this, dog.
You already know how it go when it comes with DRO. So we back with another Miami Hurricane episode, and today we're gonna be talking about the depth chart. If we have found that balance or not, meaning is the offense and defense clicking, and dating back in the timeline. Also, what I expect throughout the season and for the Miami Ohio game. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the timeline and if we had that balance, or why we didn't have that balance, or what's the reason. Dating back in Al Golden. So when we hired Al Golden had a hell of a fire offense. We was rocking under. We had Duke Johnson, I think Stephen Morris, Stacey Coley. The whole offense as a whole. The problem was the defense. He had hired his brother-in-law and Mark D'Onofrio. Mark D'Onofrio ran a 3-4 defense and pretty much had his linebackers playing basically 15 yards off the ball. So we was basically giving up easy runs. We was giving up first down easily. So Al Golden didn't want to fire his brother-in-law, so that kind of cost him his job. So we let go Al Golden and we hired Mark Richt. Mark Richt was previously at Georgia. They let him go because he couldn't get over the hump. He couldn't beat Alabama, couldn't get him to the championship game. He got him to the SEC championship, but that wasn't enough. They was tired of seeing that. So we picked up Mark Richt. Mark Richt was a backup quarterback at Miami during the time we was doing well. So I felt like he understood the culture. He was there when the ball was rolling. And he had success at Georgia recruiting and winning games. So I felt like he was the perfect fit for Miami. I'm not even going to lie, man. Mark Richt only took the job because they took the play calling duties away from him at Georgia. And Miami told him we was going to let him do that. Coach Mark Richt, he hired his son as the quarterback coach, and it just went downhill from that. From there, granted, we did go 10-2 1 year under Mark. The defense, it was rocking under Manny Diaz. We was aggressive, tackle for loss and sacks was up. We had interceptions, the turnover chain. That's why the turnover chain existed, because we was getting a lot of those turnovers. So Manny Diaz had the defense rocking. It was just the offense was stagnant. Fast forward, we let go, or Mark Richt, he stepped down, and Manny Diaz, he went to Temple for like 3 weeks to a month. Then we came and called Manny Diaz. And just like Mark Richt, I felt like Manny Diaz was a good hire. And a lot of people hindsight say it was a lazy hire, which I understand. But at the same time, Manny Diaz defense was elite at Miami. It was in top 10. It was a top 10 defense under Manny Diaz. And I thought that he was going to bring that field back. And he understood what was missing or what was needed for the offense to get rolling, because he was sitting back behind the scenes during the time with under Mark Richt. Manny Diaz, he got the job. He hired Dan Enos. Dan Enos was a terrible fit for us. We didn't have the personnel to run Dan Eno's offense, so that was kind of downhill. So he fired or let go Dan Enos and picked up Rhett Lashley. Match made in heaven. It fit the talent that we have on our roster. It fits the quarterback. The quarterback fit that system. But the defense, it took a turn it took a turn left, as you can see. We thought the defense was going to be rolling like Manny Diaz had it, but I guess he was too busy working on his head coaching duties instead of paying attention to the defense a little bit more, and that kind of stepped away from. Granted, he didn't have the resources, and the athletic director didn't even care about football, to be honest. So they didn't put money in the football program. So we let go Manny Diaz, and we picked up Coach Mario Cristobal. Mario Cristobal hired Josh Gaddis, as we know, and that was a nightmare, a terrible fit. We didn't have the personnel to run his offense, and he was kind of stubborn at the same time. So terrible fit. That defense, it was like the energy at the program was basically contagious, to say, and that kind of translated throughout the whole team. So the defense wasn't doing well at a certain time, and it was just like a cluster at one point in time. So we didn't get the hire right the first go around on the Mario, but Mario turned around after he let go Josh Gaddis, and Kevin Steele found a new job when she went to University of Alabama. Him and Coach Charlie Strong. We hired Shannon Dawson. Shannon Dawson, he's a Louisiana native. He was previously at the University of Houston. He was running out air raid. I know he don't like to call it an air raid, but I didn't watch too many games. I did watch the first half of the SMU and Houston game, and he threw the ball. Well, I only watched the first half, but in that first half, I think he threw the ball more than Rhett Lashley. And Rhett Lashley ran the ball a little bit more, basically. So it's like Mario gonna have to calm him down. Yes, he got the air raid, and we have the receivers to run that, the personnel to run that air raid type offense. But I think Mario gonna settle him down, be like, hey, we're gonna do some power running this thing too. We gotta finesse that, because we've been working on that at practice. So that's going to help us. We just can't even throw the ball. So I think that's going to be a perfect fit. It's back to that Rhett Lashley type style offense when we was moving the ball a lot and we were scoring a lot of points. I mean, last year we went a few games without even scoring points at all. I mean, no, we went a few games without scoring touchdowns at all. And we can't even do that as a Power 5 program and expect to contend. Like, that can't happen. On the defensive side, we hired Lance Guidry, another Louisiana native, and he was at Marshall and Tulane, and he's bring up aggressive attack style defense. I know everybody hate it, but it's like basically like a better Manny Diaz type defense when we had in 2018 when we was creating all those tackle for loss and sacks. So with everybody concerned on the defensive line, with our defensive line as a whole, the defensive tackle, I think with this type of defense, this gonna kind of help out with the lack of people think on the defensive tackle room. I think this type of defense gonna play into their advantage, and that's gonna create more turnovers in the back end. We will see more interceptions than last year. So I think that's a perfect hire. I hope we don't, which I don't think, we will give up a lot in the run game like we did with Manny Diaz. I hope we kind of seal that up, and I think we have the linebackers to do so with Kiko. So do we have that balance? I think we finally do have that balance. Yes, they do have to show it on that field, but I do think we have the balance. We have the offense, the running gun type offense, or the spread air raid type with a power run in it. We have that offense, then we have the players to fit it, Rhett Lashley's style. So we do have the offense that fits our personnel, and the defense, we are going back to that aggressive type defense where it should be more exciting. We should see more tackle for loss. So I think we do have that balance at the end of the day, and it's time to show it on the field. Like, it's no more. It's the excuses. We got to cut out for the excuses, man. It's time to shut up and play for real. So I feel good about this season. My prediction for the season, I would say I'm gonna say 9-3, 8-4 minimum, like no less than 8 games. It's a fair season if we have less than 8 games, in my opinion. We have the roster to win more than 8 games, so I'm gonna go with 9-3. I think we can do it. Knows TVD is clicking. He's spreading the ball out, spreading the wealth, not looking on one side of the field, not feeding one player, which I think he can do it. Just give him time, which I hope he showed in the first game. We're gonna rally behind TVD, and he's gonna get the ball rolling, hopefully. The backup in Jakar, I know everybody want Emery, but Jakar, he's gonna be the backup, and I got great faith in him. We haven't seen him to his maximum potential. In the spring games and the like the fall games, all the scrimmages and stuff, that was a disadvantage. It didn't play into his game. So in game time, live action, he'll be able to run the ball and make those guys commit to his running style, then go over the top. So I think he'll do a little bit more better playing against somebody else in live game actions. The running back position, I think we are loaded at the running back. Everybody think Mark Fletcher gonna eventually start by the end of the season. We're gonna see. I'm a Don Chaney guy, but I think it's gonna be Henry Parrish, Don Chaney, Jai Allen, and then it's gonna be Mark Fletcher. And I think a lot of those guys I think everybody gonna get their fair amount of reps. So I'm happy to see what those guys do. Mark Fletcher, he definitely got a bright future, and he'll fit in this offense very well. He's already got the statue for it. Wide receiver, I think we have the speed for it. I'm looking for a big year out of Jacoby George. I think he's gonna take that next step. Kobe Young, he already looked the part, so we just gotta feed him. We already know he's Xavier Restrepo gonna do. Bashar, I'm looking for a big year in him. Wherever they line him at, flex, running back, slot, wide out. I'm just looking for a big year for him. We have Tyler Harrow, speed monster, take the top off the defense. That TVD, Jakar, Emery, y'all just got to get it to him. Y'all just got to get it out there and let him run up under. Shamar Kirk, good route runner. Isaiah Horton, big body, young guy we've been marinating. He's going to be a hell of a fire receiver. Probably next year he's going to take over Kobe Young's spot. So I'm looking for big things out of him. We got Michael Redden. Ray Reagan definitely going to get some snaps in the slot. The hardest worker on the team. So I'm looking for big things out of him. We also got Robbie. So the whole wide receiver room, man, I'm just excited about it. We just got to feed everybody. Also Frank Lassie, because Frank Lassie stepped it up. So he looking like he in that top 4 or 5 group. I don't know why I forgot about him, but he definitely have stepped it up this offseason. As far as the offensive line, we got Jalen Rivers, we got Javion Cohen, Matt Lee, we got I'm drawing a blank, Inez Cooper, and we got that boy Mary Gore. And I'm excited definitely for Jalen Rivers because I think he been getting a bad rap. And at left tackle, everybody think he's bad, trash, or whatever you want to call it. And I just totally disagree because if you have a right-hand quarterback, what's your best offensive line on the team? It's the left tackle. And they got Jalen Rivers at the left tackle. So if he was that bad, I don't think they would put him out there. It just shows he's just so versatile because he's a natural guard. But we have Inez Cooper at guard, and we don't have a left tackle since John Campbell left and Zion Nelson out. So the next man up is who? Jalen Rivers. So I think everybody just need to chill on Jalen. He's out of position, and he will get drafted high. And if he get drafted high, if he get drafted, it'll be as a guard. And he literally can play all 5 positions on the team. And that will make him so important to our team, the most important offensive lineman on our team. I know everybody's saying Matt Lee, which the center have to be the smartest, but the most versatile is Jalen Rivers. Javion Cohen and Matt Lee, soon they came in the program, they raved about Jalen Rivers. That with the coach, Alex Mirabal. He raved about Jalen Rivers to this day. So I think we just need to chill on the Jalen Rivers thing and just let him and just watch and see, let him work. We do have Matt McCoy, and we have Pancake Sampson, and I think them two are starter capability, especially Matt McCoy. It was just Matty Gore. He just once he got that spot, he held it down and started. He kept improving. The tight end spot, we kind of injured on the tight end spot. But I don't think we injured enough where they missing significant time. They just kind of banged up, put it like that. So the starter, I think, is gonna be the guy Cam McCormick. I think he's gonna start, but when it comes to passing downs, it's gonna be all Elijah Royal. He just banged up right now. He would be the number one tight end. And then we got Jaleel Skinner. Jaleel Skinner, he's kind of thin still. He's gonna be a more spread out type, flex type, tight end / wide receiver type. So that's what he's gonna be valuable in. We got Riley Williams and Jackson Carver. I think Riley Williams been kind of banged up, but we are expecting big things in the future for him and Jackson Carver as well. We're going to have him sitting on ice. We're going to have him marinating. So tight end room going to be pretty strict. On the defensive side, I'm in love with the defensive end. We got Messador, Najee Kelly, we got Jafari Harvey, and we got Bain. And we have like valuable depth behind those guys. Them are hungry wolves that's behind those guys. Bain is a true freshman, and he's already considered to get significant reps. So I think the question mark is the defensive tackle. The defensive tackle, I'm expecting big things out of Leonard Taylor. Leonard Taylor, he's gonna get the opportunity to play a lot of snaps, not getting taken out when he get hot. So this gonna be your money year to show what you about. So let's see. Branson Dean, he cut up at Purdue, so I don't want nobody to sleep on him. He's a big body, high, energetic guy, and I think he's gonna cause havoc in their backfields. He was eating up double teams at Purdue. So with Leonard Taylor beside him, I think it's gonna be hell to pay for them. So I'm not really too worried about the defensive tackle. The depth behind him, we got JAH, and I think he's a starter. He's starter talent, capability, or he's capable to start. So we also got Myron Moulton. Myron Moulton showed what he can do. He's a valuable depth piece that he should get a lot of snaps. Who else we have? We got Gore, Thomas Gore. The Camel guy. So yeah, we do have some bodies, big bodies. Camel like 6'6", 6'7". So we do have bodies on the defensive tackle. I know we just loaded on the defensive end. The linebacker room, I'm definitely excited for, especially with Kiko. He give me that Ray Lewis type vibe, like that come down here striker type. Corey Flagg do the same thing, but he's kind of like liability and coverage. And Kiko, he can cover a little bit. He showed he got wheels. So I'm excited about Kiko in that middle, the wheel. I think that's going to be probably Wesley Bassett or KJ Cloyd, but I think it's Wesley going to beat him out for that. I'm excited about Wesley. Wesley got speed, length, and he coming downhill. So the depth behind him, KJ Cloyd, and we got K4, the middle linebacker. We got Corey Flagg behind Kiko. Who else? We also got that three-head monster in Malik Bryant, Popo, and Marcellus. So I'm expecting big things. And I can't forget Bobby. Because Bobby might be getting significant snaps this year. Like, he might be the first freshman to get significant snaps in that linebacker room. Bobby has speed, power. He need to put on a little bit more weight, but he like the fastest person on the defense. One of the fastest people on the defense. So I'm excited to see what Bobby can do. I can't forget Chase Smith. I know everybody kind of count him out right now because he's been kind of hurt a little bit. But Chase Smith gonna do some big things for us this year. This should be his year to break out a little bit. The safeties in the corner, the DB room. We already know what Cam Kitchen and Jane Williams gonna do. Gore, Thomas Gore. The Camel guy. So yeah, we do have some bodies, big bodies. Camel like 6'6", 6'7". So we do have bodies on the defensive tackle. I know we just loaded on the defensive end. The linebacker room, I'm definitely excited for, especially with Kiko. He give me that Ray Lewis type vibe, like that come down here striker type. Corey Fladd do the same thing, but he's kind of like liability and coverage. And Kiko, he can cover a little bit. He showed he got wheels. So I'm excited about Kiko in that middle, the wheel. I think that's going to be probably Wesley Bassett or KJ Cloyd, but I think it's Wesley going to beat him out for that. I'm excited about Wesley. Wesley got speed, length, and he coming downhill. So the depth behind him, KJ Cloyd, and we got K4, the middle linebacker. We got Corey Fladd behind Kiko. Who else? We also got that three-head monster in Malik Bryant, Popo, and Marcellus. So I'm expecting big things. And I can't forget Bobby. Because Bobby might be getting significant snaps this year. Like, he might be the first freshman to get significant snaps in that linebacker room. Bobby has speed, power. We need to put on a little bit more weight, but he like the fastest person on the defense. One of the fastest people on the defense. So I'm excited to see what Bobby can do. I can't forget Chase Smith. I know everybody kind of count him out right now because he's been kind of hurt a little bit. But Chase Smith gonna do some big things for us this year. This should be his year to break out a little bit. The safeties in the corner, the DB room. We already know what Cam Kitchen and Jane Williams gonna do. Jane Williams sometimes gonna be in the box as well. I think he's gonna be in the box a lot. So that's gonna open up a lot of time for Brian Ballum and Marquise Williams to get a lot of playing time. But I also have a lot of faith in those guys. They've been hanging with Cam Kitchens a lot. So they are some good young men on and off the field, along with Jaden Harris. So I'm excited to see what that safety room do, even with Jane Williams going into the box on. In the cornerback room, I think when Jane Williams go to safety, I think we're gonna start Ja'Cory Couch in that nickel. I think he's gonna be our starting nickel with the Brown brother, Devontae Brown preferably, gonna be one of the starters. I think that's locked up. And everybody talking about the Damari Brown could be the other one. So that wasn't like smoke and mirrors when he was out there for that scrimmage for the fall. So he's in contention to be starting for one of those corner spots. Along with Jadarius Richards and Darryl Porter Jr. So I'm excited what we do this year, man. I'm very excited. I think we can get it done. 9-3 is what I expect our record to be. So Friday is on Miami, Ohio. I think we're gonna send the house at y'all. I'm not trying to overlook y'all, but that shit should get bad. It should get ugly, man. What I expect, no matter who the quarterback is, it should get bad. And I'm being dead serious. This is the year where we got to disrespect everybody we play. When we win, we disrespect, and we disrespect them respectfully. Meaning, we don't take our foot off the gas even we rotate when we blowing them out, but we rotate our backups. Not keep the starters in the fourth quarter, but we put the backup in and keep running our same plays, keep our same playbook, bringing pressure, sending the blitzes, up tempo. Like we want to do all that. We want to disrespect everybody respectfully. So, and I think we're gonna do that. I think Mario he gonna let that dog come up out of him. I hope he don't tame him, man. Like, I know he kind of did that last year a little bit, but he gotta give him just a little bit more freedom to talk their shit real quick. And I think he's gonna do that. This is a whole new year. We're gonna exit last year out of our brain and like, let's get it, man. Yeah. So for the Miami Ohio game, man, y'all boy go do y'all thing. And y'all bring home this dub. And y'all already know how it is. You already know how it go when it comes true.